Today is a very exciting day because I'm starting to build my new routine. And after a long period of following kind of the same routine I've built, which is a very powerful routine. It included yoga, 2 daily walks, meditation for 45 minutes, um, focused work, intermittent fasting, and lots of different building blocks. I just let go of all of it. So last week it was my holiday and I kind of stuck with my routine, but then at some point I just felt like, no, I just don't want to do anything. So I even broke my streak of 235 consecutive days of 1 hour yoga every day, and just did nothing for 4 days. Actually, one of them was I was just totally in my bear cave. I didn't feel like doing anything. I watched films and just binged on food, and yeah, it felt almost like a no day. And that's even how I called it for myself. But today I feel like starting something new. So my initial instinct was to come back to the same routine that I've had before because it was good and it was working. But then I also feel intuitively that there was something that was no longer serving me in it. And that's why I want to start from scratch, start with blank sheet of paper really, and start experimenting with something new. So I'm going to document this process, hoping that my experiment might help you build your routine. And I'm gonna be using some tools. So basically, my journal. Surprise, surprise. And the primary tool is the Minimalist Journaling System, and I'm very excited about that, um, because this is going to be my operating system, analog operating system, where I'm going to track what's happening in my life. So I'm using this squares, those little squares, for gathering information about different aspects of my life that I'm paying attention to right now. So since I'm building my routine, I'm going to be paying more attention to different building blocks. And the other tool I'm going to be using is cards. And this is a new tool that I'm developing right now. So I'm not going to go super in depth into it because it's still a lot of work in progress. But basically, it's a tool for sense making and sovereignty building. So basically, I'm going to be using it for habit building, and there's some different ideas I'm going to be playing with. I tried already a few different routines before, so I have them kind of listed. There's some ideas I want to experiment with. There's some principles that I want to include. So yeah, it's gonna be a very exciting process, and I'm also very curious how it's gonna turn out and how many days it will take me to reach um, yeah, a routine that I'm happy with, and I'm not really expecting any kind of particular period of time. It might take me, well, a week maybe is way too short, but I would say, whew, yeah, it might take me a month, it might take me much longer. I'm really not sure. And this is also not the first routine that I'm building intentionally. So I do have some experience with that, and I know what are some pitfalls to avoid. Um, but still, this is a really always learning process. This is always permanent work in progress. So yeah, I hope this is going to be helpful for you. And this is the day one. And the day one so far is going great. I started my day with a new practice, which is to plan my day before I open my eyes. So as I woke up, I was lying in bed, I didn't open my eyes, and I was thinking especially about what is the one thing I want to achieve today at work and focus on for the kind of first 3-4 hours of my day without any distractions. So I did that, and yeah, I went for a run, I had a swim, I had a dance. I worked for a bit. Now I'm taking a little break from that, and I'm gonna come back to work. And then there's some other things. But today is all about experimentation. So I'm doing it very intuitively. I'm playing around, and for the next few days, I'm gonna be doing the same. So let's see what happens. And I hope you're having an amazing day. And I'm sending you lots of love and good energy from Pico Island in the Azores.